All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm working on a pair of slip tongue and groove. Not sure the brand. These things are nasty. Pretty sure a plumber used it because they smell like cast iron old turd-filled pipe. That's what it smells like. And they don't, I mean, they're every once in a while, and I think it's just because they're rusty. So I normally don't take these apart because I can never get these back together. They are not threaded like a normal nut is. I don't know how to explain it to you, but I've always have a problem putting them back on. So, but this one's so nasty, I'm gonna take it apart and clean it real good. And they usually have a little spring washer or whatever you want to call it right here. I'm pretty sure these plumber used these. It looks like it still had a price tag on it. I'm pretty sure I got these out of the pawn shop, and I think I only have like a quarter invested in these. So it's worth the time to clean it up. And if I can't get the handle very clean, I may just cut them off and put some heat shrink tubing on there, because the handles stink. Yeah, like I said, if these are plumbers, they probably saw a lot of turds. So clean them up, make them good and usable, make them where they slip real good. I guess the next thing to do is go to the wire wheel. Pittsburg, Harbor Freight. Yeah, it's still gonna be a good, clean, good usable tool when it's done. All right, went to the wire wheel, cleaned it up pretty good. Now I'm running the little fiber wheel and just cleaning the rust off in the inside. Now on these, I use the fiber wheel because I have them, but I've also used it before. I put these little, I get them from Harbor Freight, these little brushes, and I'll put them on my drill and just spin them on the drill. You can do that. You don't have to have a Dremel tool to do it, but a lot of people have Dremel tools, so if you get an opportunity, just buy the little fiber kit. They work really good. They last longer than your wire wheels do. Now, I want to try. Got it caught in a towel and tore it up. So I might as well try to use it up. as my dad would say, I had a dumbass moment. I set it down while I was still running, not waiting long enough to turn it off, and it caught the towel. Anyways, let me finish cleaning them up with the little wire wheel here, this fiber wheel, and then I'll go on. And also I put it on wrong. See how it's spread out? See how that one is spread out? I put this red one on wrong. They're directional. Anyways, well, heck, wait a minute. Before we go any further, I'm wondering if this will clean off or scrape off. I think most of this stuff that's on here is pipe dope. That's what it looks like. It's kind of pipe dope I would use, so. I know this is a lot of trouble for a cheap adjustable slip joint or tongue and groove, whatever you want. Most people call them tongue and groove pliers. They probably only worth 10 bucks, but I got less than a quarter in them, so something like that, it's worth my time to clean it up. This is one of those tools that you could give to somebody and not worry about getting it back. A loaner, something to give your brother-in-law or your son-in-law, someone you don't like that much. And there it is. It does say Pittsburg right there too on the handle. Yeah. I wonder what a little carburetor cleaner will do. I don't know if that rubber, some rubber or plastics, you got to be very careful with the carburetor cleaner because it will eat the rubber off. No, it's not bad. All right. Well, let me finish cleaning this off. Yeah, it doesn't soften it. Sometimes too, it's another thing, carburetor cleaner will soften it up. But yeah, it actually feels pretty good. Finish cleaning this up, and then I think that's all we're gonna do and put it back together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, cleaned up. I cut 2 pieces of heat shrink tubing and put it right on the ends here because one was loose, and I don't want the handles in good shape. I don't want to take them off. So I just cut 2 small pieces and gonna hold them on. All right, I'm gonna let them sit, and I'm gonna go eat a bite for lunch, and then we'll come back and see what we got. All right, let's get back this silly thing. I am going to put a little, not much, just a little dab of grease. I went ahead and cleaned the little washer off with the Dremel. This is usually the hardest part, is getting the nut to take I say that, and this one goes on easy, or easier. Let's see how much I can tighten this. Almost too tight there. Like that. All right. That's all I'm going to do to that. That's it. Cleaned it up. You can see this heat shrink tubing has a gel coat on the inside, and you can see where some of it's oozed out. But it made it to where it not unraveling like it was. And the jaws on these are in really good shape. The teeth look brand new. I don't know what these sell for new, probably around 10 bucks, 12 bucks. But there you go. I cleaned the handles off, cleaned all the rust off, made it where it slides really smooth now. Yeah, it works good. Can't complain. I mean, it is a Pittsburg. I mean, it's not a Wild, it's not a Proto, it's not a Craftsman or a Channel Lock brand, but it's still a good used pliers, and I got a quarter in it, maybe 50 cents. I know I don't have 50 cents in it. I think I got like a quarter in it. They're rusted. Couldn't really tell the name brand, but now you can see Pittsburg, and some of the Pittsburghs almost left there, but I cleaned a lot of it off. And for those of you that have handles, that heat shrink tubing does work very well if you want to save the handles. I mean, it does look a little different, but heck, I like them. They're mine. My tools, my rules. Not bad little pair of pliers for a quarter. Cleaned up, usable. Nothing wrong with them. You know, sometimes they have a lot of slop, a lot of play, and these don't have hardly anything there. I think I might peen this over just a little bit, hit it with the hammer, just to make sure it doesn't come loose again. Well, it wasn't loose, but I meant so it doesn't come loose. How about that? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Not the best video in the world, but it brought back a good used tool, cleaned it up, salvaged it. And I guess I'm pretty sure it was a plumber. He didn't take care of his tools. As greasy and gunk as it was, I said the grease is probably, it was pipe dope is what was all over it. So must have done a lot of black pipe work, gas piping maybe. But cleaned them up, made it good and usable. I don't see how people can let their tools get so nasty like that. When I first started working, one of the old men I worked for, we would stop working 15 minutes before we were ready to clock out, and we would have to clean whatever tools we were using. Sometimes we stop earlier if we had a lot of stuff out, a lot of tools, a lot of equipment. We had to stop, clean everything off, wipe everything down, and put it back where it belonged. Did that for years. That's the way I was trained. So for someone to leave tools as nasty as these were and just leave them, because if you guys ever use pipe dope, that stuff is really nasty, sticky, the good stuff. And if you have it all over this pair of pliers, you set it in the toolbox, it gets all over everything, and it sticks to everything. And it's just nasty. It's almost like syrup, but worse. And I don't understand how people can do that with their tools. That's just not right. If you're that worked, if you're that short a time and you can't get the job done, you either don't have enough people working on the job or you're not doing the job right. If you've got to hurry that much to put everything up dirty, nasty, you're working for the wrong company, or if it's you're self-employed, you're just not working right. You're just not using your time wisely. Tools are valuable. They're expensive. They make your day go by easier and quicker. And just having them nasty, and every time you go grabbing them, they're sticky and nasty. It's just not worth it. It's just, I don't know how to, it just frustrates me. All right, guys, that's enough. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you think. Y'all, subscribe if you like. Have a good day.